not.
What's kind of funny is I had a machine and I was really good at the 1/4 inch. And then I changed machines or something. And I thought, no, I don't need anything. I'm really good at it. No, you lose it. So it's interesting because you lose your eyeball.
Yeah.
Is it restickable?
Well, they give you 4 dots that go on there. And I pulled it up and the dots are still sticky and I stuck it back down. So yes.
So up to a certain amount, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how long the little dots will.
Or buy
stay
double-sided tape and then just make little squares.
Just put some
But they're really
tape on the side.
the dots are really flimsy and they just want to kind of crumple up on themselves. So that was the one part I didn't like, but they still stick. So I used them anyway and it's sticking just fine.
Which is interesting. I wonder if they made it super thin so it doesn't add any additional height to it.
That's what I was.
Yeah, they are super duper thin.
Yeah.
And when you pull them off, they kind of stick to each other and get kind of crumply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melinda, I see it. Welcome. Do you want to
Hi.
introduce yourself or tell us where you are at or from or whatever?
I'm here in Arkansas, in the land of Walmart. I'm in Northwest Arkansas, and there's not a whole lot that goes on here, even though like seriously, if you look at Bentonville, they'll tell you that like it's this really happening town, and I'm like, no, it's not.
We're busy
But,
only
I
because
think-
we're on the freeway, so yeah. Or highway.
I've been quilting for probably the better part of 20 years now, and I've recently come on to IAQ as a community manager, so I'm really excited to be here.
Yes, I owe you some things, but it's been a little nuts. But then I have no excuse. Other than I'm learning how to heat my house.
Oh, well, that's an important thing to know.
It's moving around. We had to get the other ones out of the garage. We're like, okay. And it snowed this morning. Delene, did you get snow?
We didn't get any snow, but how much did you get?
Mount Carmel area got about 2 inches right before Zion's, but it's probably all slushy now. And ours is all slushy. So it's.
Oh my
it's gone
goodness,
into the-
we're still like.
My cousin over in Parowan got about 4, 5, 6 inches on top of his stuff outside. And my
really?
husband was just saying Cedar City got 9
Cedar
inches.
City got dumped too. Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody else get a weird winter storm? It's supposed to warm up again next week.
They did in Rexburg, Idaho. My kids that live up there both sent pictures. My little grandkids were out in the snow at 7:30 this morning. They were so excited.
I know Nevada.
Not grandma. Grandma don't like it.
Hey, I'm in shorts here, so
Yeah.
Marsha.
I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm still in a sundress, so.
Yeah,
I
Sweating like a pig.
And Vicky's out sweat. I mowed yesterday.
Probably to get the
And-
leaves off the lawn, huh?
So did I, and
Who knows?
I
what's
was
going
drenched all the way through when I finished.
on. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Melinda, it's been a while since you've joined us, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It's been a long while.
Yes. So I'm so glad you're back.
I'm actually phoning in from Canberra in Australia.
Oh, fun.
So I thought I'd get up early this morning and come visit with you all.
I'm so glad you're here.
I want to come visit.
Please do.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, are you guys closed?
What
Yeah.
time is it there?
It's actually just after 6 a.m. So it's not too early.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is very
Five is
early.
no good.
I didn't hear, where are you from, Melinda? I didn't hear that.
I'm in Canberra, which is the Australian Capital Territory.
Oh, I have a friend that lived near us and now she's back in Australia, but I'm not exactly sure where it is, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a big country, but it's full of nice people. So you're welcome to come visit as soon as the planes are coming back in.
Wait, you're not even allowing packages to come, so I don't know about this.
It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all
We're
good.
all going to learn how to homestead again. That's what's going to happen. It's the new craze. Yeah. Well,
We're actually just coming back out of lockdown, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Okay, there's a Bruce Russell, but I'm pretty sure Bruce is not the name. But you're on mute.
No, this is Leanne. Hi.
Hi.
I don't know why it says Bruce because this is my computer. And thank you,
Oh.
Marcia, for getting me in. I've been hunting around. I'm going, nothing on my computer is working right today. The
Oh.
touch screen is gone. Bruce's name is in there instead of mine. It's like, okay, this is I'm under the technology something.
Did
Yeah.
he
I'm
sign in?
glad you got
Did he
on.
borrow your computer and sign in as himself?
I have no idea.
I think if you just highlight over yourself, you can rename. Oh, I can rename you. What do you want to be? Leanne?
Leanne,
With a capital
Leanne.
A
No, small a.
with an E on the end?
Yes, please.
Double S, double L.
Yes.
I
There we go.
gotcha.
Now I'm-
Oh, cool.
Thanks,
My
Becky.
See,
power.
Becky, you're techie.
Good afternoon,
Becky the
Patty.
techie.
And okay, so I see Jeannie and Bobby and Kathy. The
Hey, Patty.
boys and Marcia, Melinda and Vicky. All right. Just double checking. Okay, so how is, yes, hi Patty.
And there's Patty.
Well, Leanne, where are you at?
Spokane, Washington.
Okay, we've got a few over on that side.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Did you, and we were just talking snow or weather.
Yes. Well,
you get
yeah,
some?
we got a lot of sunshine and really cold. Yeah, we're almost up to 45. So we're rocking it. Frost is almost off the grass.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but they're talking snow tomorrow and Thursday in, a little bit higher up. It probably won't hit us in the valley, but the hills around us will probably get frosted. So
Yeah, we've got the tip tops on ours are dusted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have a mountain, Mount Lemon, so I get to look up there and see snow top, but I'm in shorts down here.
You're-
So that's
You're
kind of cool.
lucky, Marcia. I was just looking, I was like, how far is it to, oh, what was I looking at? I've got a friend and she's down there in Arizona. I can't remember. But anyways,
Phoenix, Sedona.
yeah, it was like 6 hours, like, okay, I'm okay.
Come on. Where are you at now? I forgot.
Right outside Zion's on the east side from the tunnel. So I could go on to the other side and it'd be
Okay,
warmer.
wait a minute. What state?
Utah.
Oh, okay. You're up there.
Yeah.
No, you're not that far.
No, I'm 6 hours from Grand Canyon.
Andele. Come on.
I know. I'd like
Okay,
to say I have an excuse for not going, but I don't. I was like, I'm not doing anything right now. I don't know how anybody else is doing, but I'm like, So how is the mystery coming? Anybody skip along and jump to the next steps? What was today? I didn't even look what today was. Leanne's like, yep.
I know. Leanne told me she'd already cut hers. I'm like, what?
Oh, nice.
got step one done.
Yeah,
Cut
and
out
of course,
step
y'all don't need.
Okay, anybody want to
Just
show?
now
Bobby's
getting
got step
fabric.
1, 4-patch, super
I'll
cute.
go get mine.
Oh, Jeannie, I love yours.
I'm doing a
Patty.
quilted dollar.
Sissy.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh,
Patty, I love
like that.
them.
I'm getting on my laptop.
Yeah,
I've been cutting lots of
Choices
strips
is
today.
yellow. I love that mix of the yellows.
Oh, pretty.
That's fun. Yeah. So no
Bobby was
problem so
holding
far.
something up
Everybody's
too,
good
I
with
think.
step 1. What's that, Vicky?
I think Bobby held something up.
Oh, I've
she
been
had-
cutting strips for the log cabin.
Oh, Leanne's got hers. Leanne,
Yeah,
you
mine
know,
got
but I
are
can
all
start the
really
log cabin.
scrappy.
That's pretty.
Oh,
Is
that
that is
pretty.
the rusty
very
red
pretty.
kind of orange one your focus?
Yes. Yeah, all my oranges, all my fall oranges and reds and browns are going to be the focus color.
Pretty.
Oh, I like that idea. So super scrappy, but then the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's putting it mildly.
I know. Well, this is perfect for it. So whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so I did mine wrong. Thank you, everybody, for showing.
Oh, did you
I
put
have
the
my
colored
four
patches in the
patches
wrong way?
No, I made it 3.5 inches. I thought everybody's showing these great big things. See, I read it wrong. It's 3.5 inches.
Oh, look how cute it is.
Wait, this wasn't supposed to be this size.
Kathy, I feel like that can go on the
These are
back.
supposed to be 3.5, I think.
I
These
put them
squares
in
are
there and
supposed to
use
be
them
3.5.
anyway.
Yeah, Delene is showing up. The background pieces are cut 3.5.
3.5.
Oh,
But these are 2-inch squares.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
can't she use those for the centers of step 2? If she cuts them down?
Oh, let
I
me,
can always use them in another project.
Because isn't step 2 got a forward
I wanna
patch in
see
the
it.
middle?
oh, it could if you wanted. Let's see. I'm gonna look really quick. I'm
Yeah,
on the
because
wrong
on
page.
step 2, it is a 4 patch in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right, in the middle of the log cabin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes.
remember that, yeah.
So now you're ahead.
Yeah,
You
you're
can
ahead of
definitely-
everybody.
Wait, I'm gonna look for my log cabin paper.
But then that means she would have to unpick them.
Why?
Yeah, I'm used to
Why?
doing,
Because it
well, I
has
have
the-
some that I
It
haven't.
has the background pieces and the 4 patches already sewn together. I don't know. I
Many
think
people
just
are
put them
done
on.
their
Oh.
first square,
Yeah.
their
I was,
step
I was
one.
kind of thinking, I wonder if you could just put a border around them, but it would change the design, which would be fine too. You could just stick a border around them and keep them and then square them off to, is it 6.5 that they're squared to?
Yeah, they're supposed to be 6.5.
Yeah, so you could add a border
Yeah.
around the 4 sides. And then just
Oh, I-
those. They would
Yeah.
It
just
is a
floating.
mystery quilt.
I'm making my
Nobody
own outfit
knows.
as I go along.
Nobody
Um,
knows.
Yeah, I lost that one. Hold on. I've got.
How many of you are done your first step?
Well, I have my fabric
stop.
picked out.
Vicky's showing her copies. And Linda's saying, yeah, cut. Delene's at a cut place. Yes.
But you know, I could definitely use it for the middle because I could just trim the ones that I only have, partially sewn. I
Twist
can
your thumb.
make,
Yeah.
just a, like I can make it, smaller than, I think I can make it work for the log cabins.
I think you
Yeah.
could totally.
All right, well, thank you. Yeah, I do too. So now I am on step 2.
Yes.
Okay, but
Yeah,
on
and I think the center of the log cabin doesn't necessarily need to be a 4 patch. It's just an easy way to use tiny pieces if you have them.
Right, and
So
I
it
was
could be a
saying,
half square
My
triangle. If you
step
have a
2
half
is a
square
cut
triangle.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was saying that I had all those little 4 patches left over from something else. That's why I was able to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that
Okay.
center can be anything. It can be your focus fabric. It can be whatever you want it to be. A half
Yeah.
square, a
Mine
4 patch. It just eats up the little bits nicely.
Yeah.
Too
And,
far out.
and it'll also go with
That's
my
cute,
plan
Cynthia.
it'll go with my plan for the other logs. It'll go with it. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Do they all have to be the same? Do these
Oh.
all have to be the same, or can they be all scrappy?
All scrappy.
Mine are all scrappy. I haven't
Okay.
sewed them
It's
together,
the
but
same
they're all
size.
different
That's all
colors.
just the same.
Yeah, Delene's got all different colors. Joyce, hold yours back up because she had a couple different background colors, but overall they'll read the same. Say something, Joyce.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't necessarily what I had in mind, but this is what it turned out to be. So here it is.
And overall, I think it'll be just fine.
Becky,
But what I'm
I'm doing my own mystery quilt. I wrote the
These four
instructions.
patches, are these supposed to be the same? Because I have scrappy.
No,
No,
No, they look fine.
no, Leanne, show yours.
They're all different.
Oh, good.
Mine
Have
are
you
all
looked at Leanne's?
scrappy.
Okay.
here's
Yeah.
one of them, and then like here's another one.
Here's
It's
mine.
totally different.
Yep. Okay, cool. Good then.
Here's
'Cause
Oh,
I've got
Jeannie's are
pieces to
beautiful.
match, but I just haven't
Here's mine.
put them all
She's got hers.
Good
Yeah.
job, Cynthia.
Hey, I see them moving along, so that's good. Welcome, Joni. Vicky, what were you saying about yours?
I wrote the instructions. I'm doing my own mystery quilt.
Oh,
I have to have it done about the same time you are. I got the instructions all written out,
okay.
templates, and I have the cut sheet. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, do. And I mean, Friday's the all day
It's
sew day.
supposed to
so
look
if you wanna
like that
pop
when it gets done.
in- That's what it's gonna look. It's cute from what I saw. Who's this
3
for?
colors, 1 yard each.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Joni remembered to set her alarm and get here today. I can see
It didn't
that.
go off. It didn't go off.
It didn't?
I probably made it AM instead of PM.
She told me she was gonna set her alarm so she would be here.
Okay, Joni, you better check that real quick because you don't want a 1 a.m. alarm.
That would be awful.
Oh, gosh.
Becky, I'm sorry I missed yesterday, but I don't know. It just,
I know, it was really good. And
It was.
I watched the
Yes.
replay.
our original person couldn't make it. And so we kind of scrambled and I'm like, I sort of know Emily and she was one of the guest designers a couple years ago in here. And so I was like, she always has awesome scrappy things. And then I saw that she's in the Quilting 101 group. So really, if you had any questions, just pop it in there. She recently just posted about her free jumbo start quilt along in there. Well, it was the quilt. And then, but yeah, I noticed she had a new book and I was like, I'm going to see if she'll come. And she did. So that was awesome. Yeah.
Becky, does she teach Zoom classes?
I believe she has a few, if not their Zoom. She has some that are pre-recorded you can take. And I think she has a
Oh.
Facebook group for those. I know that Quilt Along is like $25 for the year and you get in a Facebook group, but I don't think you meet or anything like that. I think it's just there.
I'm looking for a scrap quilt teacher for our guild. For this next year, we're going to be focusing on scraps.
I bet she does do lectures on Zoom. I would ask. Yeah. This is kind of
Okay.
perfect for her because health-wise, she doesn't travel a ton. So
It sounded like that, yeah.
yeah, so the Zoom option is brilliant. And she's real, I mean, you could see how she
Yeah,
did
that was a really good show.
yeah. Short, sweet, to the point. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I need to keep my scraps in smaller containers. When I start sewing again, that's the goal, is they're smaller containers now. They're not a drawer per color because that's just too much. Yeah. I love
How
her
does she,
idea.
how do you have so many scraps that you can make all those quilts?
I never put the scraps on the back. And I know I started doing that right at like last year, is using all the leftover fabric onto the
Mhm.
back. And that helps a lot. Otherwise, I mean, I would have like half square triangles and stuff that was cut and left over. And so, yeah, but I usually
But if
stuff
you-
them in a baggie so they all stay together. I don't know what I have.
But if you put your scraps from the quilt on the back, how do you accumulate that many scraps?
Because you're still
When
not
did
going
she
to
have
use it
time
all.
to do real quilts and do those scrap quilts? I mean, that's a lot of,
It is. It's a lot of fabric. And even
Scraps
though-
multiply. They
Yes,
They do.
They multiply. If you make a scrap quilt, you usually have more afterwards.
Yeah, it just gets more and more. I have a whole wall of scraps.
I quilted for 25 years, and at my worst, the 7 yards of scraps I'm going to use on this quilt, because I figured it out.
That's pretty good, Cindy. Because I always have extra. And even if I use it on the back, I don't use all the pieces on the back because some of them are small and you're like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm using the larger pieces. So then I
So-
always have something left over.
So if we
Cindy,
use
I'm
7
seeing
yards
this
of
an issue
scrap,
because it just tells me that you need to buy more fabric for that.
oh, I don't need to
sweater.
buy more.
Because clearly you're not ending up with enough. Because sometimes, like when you get a kit, you have enough to do like one quilt plus a half. It depends on how much they give.
See, I
So,
don't do kits.
yeah,
You know, you run a fabric store for 100 years. You don't do kits.
yeah,
Maybe that's my
yeah.
problem.
You're very good.
We
at-
we had fabric in our department store for a long time, and when we closed our store, I brought a lot of it home.
Yeah.
So plus I have all my mom's stuff,
Oh yeah.
and so it accumulates.
Others collections. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, my mom says, oh, she was at a retreat last week or something. She's like, somebody had brought a bunch of stuff, and so I took some, and I thought you might like it. And I'm like, yeah, because then I don't have to dig through the boxes in the garage. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, back to the mystery. Oh, Joni, I see your hand.
It's not mystery or anything. I got this by total accident. There's a place online called Quilts for Kids. And I ordered some quilt material from them. And I saw something about quilt kits and they were $8. So I got 2 of them. It was only $8. Not each. $8 for both of them. They're $4 a piece. And what it does is they send it to you. It's already cut. Everything's done on it, except you sew it together and then you send it back to them. And the postage is already paid with the package receipt that they had in the package at UPS. And so it's a charity quilt for kids. And I'd never heard about it. It's called quiltsforkids.org.
I'm going to look that up. That sounds amazing.
And
Yeah, that
I
really
thought
does.
when I got them, I thought I was going to get these 2 quilts and make them. And I didn't know what I was going to do with them. So it wasn't real clear. But
Until they showed up.
Well,
So
the cheap
everything's
one with girls
is it
and
just
stuff.
a pattern too? The pattern?
Yeah, the pattern. Well, one of them's got a pattern in it. The others, yeah, probably does. I just got them today and I didn't open it.
Yeah.
But
do you have to finish the whole quilt like batting and bind, or do you just send them back the top?
I don't know.
Oh, Marcia's got it. Quilts for Kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't, like I say, I stumbled on it and I thought it was just selling material. I didn't realize what it was. It had a kit for $8. So
you're like, yes, I'll take that. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's so fabulous. I'm looking at it now. Okay.
Anyway.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have to link to that in the group somewhere.
Yeah, it might be a good resource for somebody who likes to sew but has trouble cutting out and just wants to give them to somebody because
where you're not giving out your stash or anything, you can be kind of greedy with it.
Yeah. Of course, I won't have any leftovers in it.
Yes, true.
Probably not.
I put a link in the chat if anybody wants to take a look at that later.
Yeah, it looks like down towards the bottom of the page, it says request a quilt kit, but you can also, I guess, download a quilt pattern.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. And then they have a store where you can buy fabric, it looks like.
Yeah. The fabric was nice that I got.
United Way of Bucks Counted. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I'm glad you found that. Is that where you got your fabric from as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad deal then. Something for you, something for them.
Yes.
Bobby, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I have a quick question on the log cabin.
Yes.
What size is that center supposed to be?
Whatever you have it to be. It's kind of like
it's supposed to be improvisation.
Yes, it is. Yeah. 2 to 3 inches. 2 to 3 inches finished. So it's not very big. Overall, you want your log cabin square to be 12.5 inches. So if you just keep sewing, and then just trim it down to 12.5, that's what I did with mine and it seemed to work okay. So it doesn't matter what size of strips you use or whatever as you're going around, you just need it to 12.5. So if you really want the log cabins to go fast, use a larger center.
That's what I'm thinking, using a 3-inch center.
Yes. But if you go too big, you don't get a full log cabin look.
Yeah, so I'll probably go
it allows
smaller.
you to use up your small bits and stuff. A half square triangle would be perfect for that. Like a 2.5 inch half square triangle. If you've got any of those in your drawers, toss that in there and then start going around. Yeah.
I have a bag.
Who has that?
I have a bag this big
Yes,
It's
Joni.
just half square triangles in it, all different sizes.
It's called triangleitis. It's a disease of quilters, and it is, what do you call it? Contagious. Don't sit next to the
Especially-
other person who has it.
Especially since you taught us that little trick about, sewing the second seam so you can save that little top and it's already sewn together. So now I have even more half square triangles.
Yes. Yeah. Cut larger, 2 seams, and you always have one. Yes, it's
Yeah.
horrible. Mm.
How much larger do you cut than you want it to be finished?
I would keep it at 12 and a half.
Now.
So if you have,
I thought
think
you meant
I
your
went
half
to, like,
square triangle.
Oh, the half square triangle can be whatever size because it's going to be the center of the log cabin. So you're just moving around it.
But if you wanted it to be like, would you just cut a 2-inch block and sew the two together?
Yeah. What's that going to be, like 1 3/4? Something half square triangle, I think, once you own it, open it up. Yeah.
Don't you add 7/8 inch to whatever you want the finished size to be?
EQ 8 made it 1 3/8 by 1 3/8, and I thought, no way am I cutting that.
Oh,
Yeah. So I do 1 1/2. 1 1/2 and trim down. Yeah.
So 1 1/2 is what I wanted, so I was going to cut it too.
Yeah, because 1 3/8 is closer to 4/8, which is 1/2.
That's cutting it too tight. The
Oh.
trim.
To trim.
I'm sorry, you guys are doing math.
I don't know how to add the 7/8. I'm like, why is it 7/8? Just go to 1 full piece. You're like,
Because
that's
half of 7/8 goes on each side.
or
Yeah.
just an inch.
You
Yeah.
figure that your scissors are going to take up that little oomph.
Mm-hmm. Well, depending on how thick your thread is as well. So
We don't
Bobby's
use
like,
scissors,
stop
we
it.
use rotary cutters.
Oh, welcome, Kathy.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I hoped I didn't miss it.
No, you're right on time. Do you have any questions? How's the mystery going for you?
It's gone pretty good. I'm worried about day 3s when I looked ahead. All the triangles.
I have to look at that one and see what that one is. 3. Oh, that's the big. Okay, so they're larger though. So really it's about trimming it at the end and making sure you have 6.5 by 12.5. And it's a scrappy quilt, so I wouldn't worry too much about perfection as points go.
Okay.
Yeah, just try to keep it as best. I know, who was it that said they had larger squares, and that probably would throw it off, but yeah.
I have all my 2-inch squares sewn together. Well, I came up a few short somehow, so I have to go cut it more. But I had a busy day and just got home, and quite honestly, my back's killing me, so I'm resting right now.
So you're like, taking a time out. Yep.
Yep, and then I'll go hit it.
Yeah. That sounds good. No worries. So did you get your step 1 done? Your 4 patches?
The 4 patches are done, but they're not all sewn together.
What's your main color?
Purple.
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
Purple and green.
I think that's the first purple one we've heard about.
That is the first purple one. We haven't had purple for a while. Yes.
That's what I had the most in. I had bought some stuff for a quilt before and didn't get it totally done. So now I'm gonna use the remnants of some of that stuff.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have enough scraps. I don't think I've sewn as long as you guys have.
I know Cindy was just talking about that as well. None of us can relate. We're having a hard time.
With you, Cindy.
I've had scraps all of my life because my mom sewed and her mom sewed. So there's always been scraps laying around.
Yeah. I decided I need to keep them better organized in smaller containers. That's my deal. Smaller containers, so I'll use them sooner.
And
I give them to my grandkids.
What's that?
My grandkids like to sew, and so I give them a bag of scraps, and they go home and sew to their heart's content.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Bring
Well,
it back,
she's
Sheila.
7, and she knows how to thread her needles now and how to make her own knots, and she made a little purse. I mean, The stitches were way far apart, but she come up with the design herself and it was kind of cute.
Not using the
Cool.
sew machine yet?
She hasn't, her older sisters have, but not her.
Yeah, yeah, both of my grandkids, I started them sewing when they were 4 and 5, and they handle a sewing machine almost as well as I do. They just
Cool.
love it.
It's amazing. I think with me, it's like my girls don't sew anymore, but I think it's like riding a bike. So
Yes.
when they need to, they'll go back to it, not be afraid. They'll have the foundation and just move forward. So that's kind of what's fun about it, is like, it doesn't have to be their hobby and their all-time deal.
Absolutely.
But knowing how it works and not being afraid of that needle is just awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter's like that. She's a crocheter and knitter though, so she's awesome with that stuff instead.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I have one of the pants is sitting upstairs. I need to mend it for her, thinking she can mend it herself.
Yesterday.
Did you set up your sewing machine, Becky?
Not yet. It's sitting on the table though.
Wow.
And I
It's
was
usable.
wandering around last night, and then I was like, you're so dumb. Why did you just wander? I just paced because there's nothing to do. And I'm like, I should have gone upstairs and sewed. So tonight, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to wander. I just saw a cute, in fact, I got the pattern for one that says, all who wander aren't lost.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not lost. Absolutely.
Abby.
Yep.
It is. It's kind of like that sometimes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cindy.
I want to tell you, we all know I can't do blind mystery. Drives me nuts.
It's partially
But-
revealed now.
Before I was going on Cabin Under the Stars or whatever, and I had picked for my flowers.
Oh, I like it.
Pretty.
Me too.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Now,
nice.
Pretty.
Did
see,
you
it's
keep
kind
that?
of lagoony and
Are you still going to use that one?
yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I just wanted to put us on notice that I was going for Cabin Under the Stars.
Oh, yes.
And I have a note on the fabric that I bought it in 2009. So
Still
it's
need
an
a
oldie but a
leather.
goodie. I
Well.
must have bought it because I liked it and never found a use for it.
I
So
know
it-
sometimes things like that, like it's a beautiful print, wonderful colors, but in reality, does it fit into a quilt easily? Not so much sometimes. So this
because
is
it
perfect
just
for
was
it.
perfect for
What's your main color
doing
going to
the
be?
quilt.
What's your main color going to be?
I Under the Sky, I went with dark blue.
Oh, yes.
And
Nice.
and of course, and I have lots of dark blue little pieces, again,
Yeah.
from my early 100 years.
See, you do have scraps.
Yeah, pages from backgrounds and, oh, I do have them, but 7 yards is gonna,
Yeah.
see, this is actually yardage, but 2009, I think it's time.
You're not going to
Yep.
use it all, but it'd be perfect for the back, though, actually.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use 7 yards of scraps.
Yes. Yeah, I love
Um,
it.
The other thing on the log cabin,
And I like the blue. Yeah.
it said to do it like a log cabin and kept like, like you do purples and
darks.
beiges, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's how you want to do it. Like you would use purples and blues on one side and yellows and, on
Beiges,
the
just
other.
lighter tones on the other. Yep.
But it really, when you come down to it, it doesn't matter.
No, some of them will stick out. Where's mine?
Because I missed the first couple minutes.
We didn't talk
And
about
it doesn't
cabins,
look
but
like
we can.
that on the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Because my buddy saved me.
This
Right,
is one of
Joyce?
my log cabins.
That's right.
So I kept kind of the darkers on one side, but I do have a yellow on the dark side and a yellow on the light side.
Right.
So it just went with the tones. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you just went light and dark.
Yeah, yeah, and
Oh.
there's another one. So this one stands out a little bit more where you can
easier.
see darker values. But again, the darker value is just, I mean, an orange is a darker value, which is okay. Because at least
Okay, so
it
it's
reads
not
darker than
color,
those.
it's light or dark.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's a lot
that,
easier
these
with,
can be super crazy because the rest of it is calmed down by the main color. But yeah, so any
Right.
color is good. You just keep them lights and darks if you can. If you can't and they end up meshed, who cares?
okay,
That's
I
fine
got it.
too. I wouldn't unpick anything is what I'm saying, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, right, I'm confused.
Well, and if your log cabins end up to be like darks on the top and the bottom and the lights on the left and the right, that's just a courthouse step. So that's fine too.
Well, no, it's mine.
I know. And Emily yesterday had some, I mean, her log cabins were really pretty and some of them were very different. So yeah. And then
Well,
she,
we now will have purples on one side.
yeah. Patty, I see fabric.
Yes, I was going to show you this. This is kind of wild, but
That's nice.
I like
That's
it.
nice.
Pretty.
upside down.
You using that for your flower print?
Yes.
That's
I do
perfect.
have some little flower prints that I'm also using in the little 4 patches.
Uh-huh.
But the main color that I really am trying is blue.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
shade of blue. Dark, light, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it will pull the blue out of these leaves
Yeah.
that are on here. So
I think so. I think that would be fine. Here's my blues. And so you can see I had a dark blue and then I did have a teal blue, like a lighter blue.
Yep.
Yeah. So it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, mine are gonna be kind of loud. I don't know if you can see it. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
my
Oh, I
floral.
like that.
That's one of the
Yeah.
florals. And then I have these, I'm just going with what I had and not trying
Oh.
to buy stuff. So that's the other floral that I have, and everything's gonna be sort of kind of fall tones, that way it all, the oranges and the yellows all blend in.
What's your main color, Linda?
It's going to be shades of like, I guess, orange and like your bricks and your darker reds and your kind of darker oranges.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever,
The fall
just
tones. Yes.
yeah, fall tones. That's main color, and it'll work out however it works out.
I know. That's what's so good about these is like, they usually turn out pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to buy any more fabric until I start seriously using what I have, both
Well,
for garment
you
sewing
know.
and for quilting, because
Good
How
luck.
did Joni get around that? She bought fabric at a donation place and then she got herself a kit that she has to send back. She's like, no, I didn't buy anything new. It's just a kit for kids. It's a quilt. I have to sew it for them. Yeah. Well, all
Gee,
right. Anybody have
My
anything
husband
else to
came
share?
in and
What's
showered
that?
me with money.
Oh, yeah.
that's nice.
Wait, you get money.
Time
not
to go to the quilt store.
Yeah. I bought him some clothes.
Oh.
I
So
have-
it's nice to get it back.
My neighbor gave me
Cute.
this.
You got a featherweight?
Nice.
Oh,
I'm trying to
sweet.
find out
Nice.
information about it.
Okay, it's not a featherweight, but it's the one that has like the heavy wood box underneath it sits on.
Yeah, but it's a best built, and it came from Japan, but it's got a real old plate
Model
thing with a
number.
number on it.
Yes.
And I don't know, they made them, this is the seal thing on it. They made them for different people.
Marianne or Mary Jordan?
Is that your alarm, Joni?
No. That's a neighbor and I've got to talk to her, so I'll
Oh, okay.
get her message and call her
I
back.
have one of those machines sitting on top of my piano. I'll have to look and see what it is because I don't know. Have you looked at the best built yet?
I've looked online just to find out more about it. They made them for a lot of different companies, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
But
we'll
my
have to
neighbor
figure
had
out.
cleaned it all up and he called me. It was our trash day to put twice a year. We can put out chairs and stuff. And I jokingly the night before told Mike, I says, well, my recliner had broken. We were putting that out by the curb. And I said, well, maybe I'll go around and find one somebody else has tossed out that's not broke. And then I said, I'm really going to look for a sewing machine. Well,
And there
my
it
neighbor
was.
just called me that morning and said, I was going to put this to the curb, but I spent some time cleaning it up and decided you might like it.
Oh my God, those are so fun. Even just mine's on the piano. Nobody touches it. Just sits there pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, congratulations.
He didn't know anything about it. All the tension knobs are as tight as they can go.
You're like,
So I got to do a little untightening before I
Yeah.
try it, but
yeah. Oh, fun. That's a fun afternoon project.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the only excitement I've had.
Well, that is exciting though. So it's good. Yeah. Pat, I see your Kramer. Did you have a hand up or are you just waving?
No, I had my hand up.
Okay, perfect.
I have not started anything with the mystery quilt because I have 2 mystery quilts from my local quilt shop that I haven't finished.
Are you going to work on those then?
I plan to, yes. One of them I've got pretty much cut out. And the other thing that I've been doing is working on a machine embroidery. It's a 40 by 40 wall hanging.
Oh, wow.
And so I have most of the pieces together. I have to make a couple 4 patches and a couple flying geese. But
Which one is it?
it's a spook.
And you have the reveal now, so that's helpful. It does help move you along a little quicker.
Candy corn quilt shop embroidery.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see this picture.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
And it's got all kinds of spoofs on sewing. Like here lies empty bobbin.
Oh,
to
cute.
take off from Tinkerbell's big quilt.
Uh-huh.
It's just a smaller version where someone flipped it around.
Are you enjoying your embroidery machine then?
Oh, yes, yes. And tomorrow and Thursday, I have a Kimberbell Home Sweet Haunted Home where we have 4 different projects that we make over the 2 days.
Those are long projects too.
Yes.
Are they, Vicki?
I worked that class. So,
Okay.
Well, I guess, Pat, if you run into any issues and you're not in class, you can ask Vicki.
I haven't made mine yet, but I helped a lot of other people make theirs.
Yeah.
The other thing that I'm doing is our quilt shop, the quilt shop I go to, does where they take in wedding dresses and deconstruct them and then make burial gowns for babies from miscarriages or stillborn. So I'm doing the deconstructing, and this has, I don't know how well you can see.
Oh, pretty.
Nice.
All beads. So I'm taking all the beads off. And it's got a huge train that's got beading throughout.
Wow.
They don't want to use the beading, I guess.
Pardon?
They don't
Why are
want
you taking the beads off?
Because what they're going to do is they use the beads to make bracelets for the moms.
Oh,
cool.
We leave, the local one here leaves the beads on and puts them on the dress. And they make a little heart pillow for the mom out of the same fabric. With lace, then they make it a little more fancy, like with some of the wedding lace around it.
Well, this one has all the, I've taken some of them off already. Little roses.
Yes, those work out good on the little hearts that ours make.
So,
what a wonderful project.
Yeah, the
Can I
first,
send you my dress and you do it?
Can Marcia say?
if you donate it.
Yeah, if I donate it. I've heard of that program and I designed and made my own dress. But I mean, you know, what am I gonna do with it?
I know. Wouldn't that be fabulous? That's kind of fun, Marcia.
Yeah, it's an antique white T-link. So, but it's satin and then it has lace over it.
Oh.
I don't have it. I have like, I don't know, 25 buttons down the back. I was sewing them on the day of the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you were, Marcia. As any
Know me.
sewer person would be.
That's it. That's it.
I
But
made
yeah,
I made my dress. There's no way I'm going to fit into it. My daughter is about 5 inches taller than me. So she wore it for a 7th grade school play.
I need to, I guess, maybe find a local, see if I can find a local place, because I've heard of that program. I actually really would just love to donate it so that it's going to go for a good cause.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sunshine.
Well,
Pat, what's the organization?
it's, I can't read it. It's through the quilt shop.
Okay.
The quilt
Check
shop.
around here. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
And
if she
they-
finds it, then you could post it in the group, but yeah. Or if anybody else knows.
We have one in a chapter of it down in McDonough, south of Atlanta, that I had signed up for at one time, but
Vacation. I'll go to Atlanta.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
don't,
it's like, what are you doing here? And you're just like, I'm just dropping off my wedding dress.
Drop off my wedding dress and heading back.
We have something similar, but we call it angel quilts.
Yeah,
So-
I think that's what I
Angel gowns is what they call it.
Yeah.
Angel gowns. Okay.
So
Now
they
we're
make
getting
for
close.
little boys also.
Aw. How fun
Yeah,
is that? Yeah.
and for the little boys, usually the gowns they get that aren't real full of other things, laces.
Right.
I was going to donate my dress, but it got lost in the move, I think. But
Okay, there's always one box, Joni, always
Yeah.
one box that leaves. Mine was a juicer one time. I don't know where that went. So, yeah. Marcia, I just put in there, it's NICUhelpinghands.org and they have Angel Gown Program. You can highlight over your state and they'll tell you where it goes, I think.
Okay, so I'll be able, where do I have to, do I need to go?
It's in the chat.
Oh, there's chat. I'm like, okay,
I know.
I see it.
So anyways, if you save that and you can check it out, that might help you start looking somewhere. So anyways,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and they have a Facebook group as well, the Angel Gown Project. So you could probably Google around in there if you're a Facebook person.
Yeah.
Just looking really quick. Yeah. Well, all right. Okay. So our next meetup is Friday. We have the 3, 10, 2, and 7. If you get stuck on any set or instructions, just post it in the forum, but share your pictures and your progress. Let everybody know what you're doing. So yesterday was the 4 patches. Today was the log cabins. Tomorrow's the kind of flying geese units, but they're larger. So they're a little fussy, but you're not dealing with small pieces. Yeah, Joni.
I've been having trouble with my phone. The kids got me a new one at Christmas and it's saving them as HEICs and they don't show up as a
Off the
JPEG.
calendar? Off the calendar, or are you making it yourself?
No, when I take a picture and send it as an email so I can put it on my computer.
In your settings, you need to go into your phone settings and find the one for photos and change it there.
Okay, I'll see if I can do that.
Yeah,
But I haven't posted anything because I can't get any of the pictures to show
You're
up.
like, this is just dumb. Yeah, in your photo settings, it'll save it. It'll ask if you want it like as a JPEG or a PNG. And then it'll ask you how large as well, so you can
Yeah.
control how big those are too. But yeah, for sure. Because are you able to share your photos anywhere else, or you still have a problem with it?
I'm having a problem with it, and it seems to me I didn't when I first got it, so I don't know if the kids have played with it or what.
Yeah,
but-
somebody sat on it and it pushed all these buttons. That's
That happens.
Thing is, that
Yes, it
happens.
does.
yes.
Well, I'll go in and check in the settings and
Here's
see.
my funny story before we go. When we were moving, I was busy doing something and somebody was yelling at me, "Mom, Mom." And I was like, there's nobody in the room, nobody in the house. Like, what is going on? And finally was my butt was talking. So I pulled my phone out. And my kid had FaceTimed me and it had answered it. So anyways, there you go, Joni. We don't know why these things happen. Talking to me and he's all, "Finally." And I'm like, oh my gosh, sorry. Looking at the back pocket the whole time. Anyways, there you go. Phone setting, photo settings, Joni, photo settings. Look at that. And then set your alarm.
I'm going to
Check your alarm so it's not 1 a.m. and then set it for the Fridays correctly. Yes. Marcia, yes.
So I mean, in the back is that quilt for my son that
It's looking
she
good.
helped me. Yeah, she helped me reconstruct the pattern. So,
oh, Monica.
Yes.
Yes.
I made it bigger and longer, so I doubled up on some. So yes, I finally, speaking of math, I finally got all of the math done. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, and
But
actually,
it looks like
I
it's
have-
turning out like the math
Yeah.
was right.
Yeah, I have everything cut out. So now it's just sewing the strips and then I sew them all together and whoo. But I'm also taking the string and story class.
Machine quilting.
Yeah.
Yes. How's that going?
Well, I have my sandwiches, but and I've doodled on paper, but I haven't gotten my machine going yet. Remember, move out to the dining area. So yeah, I'm still in that process of making sure I have everything ready. But so yeah, so I went digging in my scraps, and in my mind, I have my pattern printed fabric. Of course, when you want something, you can't find it. So
no.
Yeah. But I had organized all of my scraps by colors. And so now, yes, I'm going to use them. So
yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Well, it'll be a nice break from your math project.
Well, that's what I figured. I'm going to try that alarm thing,
Yes.
set up the timer to where I only work on, but I got a part-time job. So,
oh,
yeah.
Well, congratulations for earning more money so you can spend it. I mean,
That's it. That's the way I looked at it. Well, I'm helping out somebody, but I enjoy it. It's working for a lady that's 80 years old that has her own business that sells lotion.
Oh, fun.
And so it's been fun. But yeah, I'm in that learning thing. So
yes,
I'm behind, but I am going to get caught up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to have something to show.
Okay, I'm excited to see what it is, no matter what. So if you're working on this one or previous ones you have, that's fine. Totally fine. Yeah. Okay, so Friday at 10, my time right now.
That's good. That's noon time.
You mean you don't want to do it at my time? It's 3 a.m.
Okay,
so I probably won't be there for you.
No, we'll see you at the 2 o'clock maybe, or maybe the 7 o'clock as well, because that one would be like more, yes. We'll forgive you.
That for a 3 a.m. either.
For sure. No, yeah.
I have been happy that you were here, but I just don't get out of bed for it.
Yes.
I'll wake up and think, nah.
No, thank you though. Yeah.
Very happy to see you though.
Yes, it was good. I'm glad
it's
everybody
nice.
came.
I've booked in for the retreat too in November.
Oh yes, that's coming up. In fact, I was in the garage looking for stuff, my packaging things. So anyways, getting those ready to go out. But yeah. All right, perfect. So we shall see everybody Friday. That's not.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
See ya,
Bye.
everybody.